Katie Jans, the former Blue Thunder broadcaster, Jim the Cat Hayes. They take you from 8 to 10 o'clock. And then, of course, you've got on a Tuesday, the Grit Show, Jennifer Bardell, and then Charlie Tuna from 11 to 1 o'clock. Glad you guys were with us, as always. Okay. You never, sometimes the shows take more of a sports lane. Sometimes they interact with society. Sometimes we have news. Sometimes they just straight headlines that are happening. We kind of got it all today. And there's something, I mean, there's just a lot. For example, you had the Mizzou Illinois basketball game last night. The worst beatdown in the history of that incredible series as Illinois just crushed Missouri. I mean, crushed them. Ran them off the court. We'll hear from Dennis Gates after the game. I don't like the direction of this team, the direction of the program. With Dennis Gates, doesn't look like it has any idea what they're doing. But he's got such a great recruiting talent. Well, the class was supposed to be so good for this year. Those guys aren't good. Oh, next year we got the number one kid in America. Well, yeah, okay, good. Let's get him here. Let's see. I remember when Missouri was actually relevant in basketball. And they're not. They're just not. And that's hard for an alum to say. Congrats to Illinois. I love your team, love your style. You guys have figured out some recruiting across seas, hitting threes right and left. I guess it's not that difficult when you're not guarded. And they're actually a good player. They know how to shoot. This Missouri team, just, it's ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. And they could start off the SEC 0-5. I'm not kidding. I was looking at their schedule. I'm like, oh my gosh. And the SEC isn't even close to being as good as it was last year. But here we are. So that was going on last night. We can get into that. Get your thoughts. If any Missouri fans actually sat and watched, congrats to the Illini. That's a very good team. That is a very good team. That's a team that looked to me like they could be really good too. Which is what matters. The rest of the stuff it's about the tournament. What can you do in the tournament? And against your rivals. And Missouri is winless against their rivals this year. Beatdowns, couple of beatdowns. And then I don't know if they'll even see the tournament games. All right. We'll get into the Kansas Chiefs. I say the Kansas Chiefs. They moved to Kansas. They're no longer in Missouri. Or they're going to, but that won't take place until the year 2031. Big brand new stadium being built over in the shopping district, Olathe area. It's done. Literally bonds. They're called star bonds. Taxes in that area, that district. For example, you buy a Chiefs jersey, you buy food, whatever, in that area, the taxes on that, you're going to pay for the stadium. 70% of the stadium. It's freaking insane. What a deal. Billionaires get richer. And I'm curious, do Chief fans care that they moved to Kansas? Because so many Chiefs fans, when I asked them, when they became Chief fans, like, well, we lost our team, so we wanted to follow the state team. Do you still follow the state team now that they're in Kansas? Because they're not a state team. They moved 31 miles away. They literally just crossed right into Kansas. And they're going to have a massive stadium over there. We'll get into that. The Blues had a chance to pull back to 500 since this first time since the 7th game of the year. But they just got obliterated. You know, they took apart Florida Saturday night. And then last night, Tampa took them apart. Literally just took them apart. They did not play well. And it was from the first shift of the game, Tampa jumped on them. Now, Tampa is an elite team. We saw what an elite team looks like. The Blues are not. The Blues are okay right now, hoping to get better. Tampa's one of the top teams in the league. And they showed last night. So for the Blues, they lose. Final score was 4-1. And they're 14, 16, and 8. So they're still not, I repeat, not 500, which is unfortunate. But they're still only, as we talked about, 3 points out of a playoff spot. Now they're going to be off for a while. They don't play until Saturday. So that's against Nashville, who they've absolutely owned. They have really owned Nashville. They really have. It's been like, oh, okay. They look pretty good against that team. So when you look at the Blues right now and where they are as they come into this whole situation in the Western Conference, and we'll break it down. They're not one of the two wild. They take the top 3 in each conference who have 6 teams, and they take 2 wild cards. Well, the wild card teams each have 39 points. The Blues have 36, so they're right there. Now, they're only 2 points ahead of the Seattle Kraken, and the Kraken played 4 less games. So if they went on a 4-game win streak, they'd have 8 more points. The Blues are only a point behind San Jose, but San Jose has played 2 less games. The Blues are 2 points ahead of Nashville. Nashville played 3 less games. So as you can see, there's a ton of teams fighting for the final 2 spots, going all the way down to basically Vancouver. So it'll be a fight to finish the rest of the way. But we can get into that. They just did not look very, very good. Also, a busy night. NFL. 49ers took down the Colts. Phillip Rivers, out of nowhere, literally coming off the couch, has looked really good. Shocking. Shocking how well he has played. 49ers are a damn good team, and people like to forget about them. Maybe not like to, but they do, because of what's happened. The Rams and the Seahawks in the same division. But what you've got going on now are the 49ers who are quietly there at 11-4. And they look like a really good team. Brock Purdy's healthy again. And they look like they have some direction. We can get into that. Powerball was last night. No winners. I mean, no winners over the entire jackpot. It was about 1.59 billion tonight, or excuse me, Wednesday night. That's tomorrow night. There'll be another one. That'll be at probably 1.7 billion is what they're guessing. So you have a Christmas Eve Powerball at $1.7 billion. Crazy story too. Producer Rise here alongside. I was getting coffee at the gas station this morning. The woman who manages it said, nobody won Powerball. I was like, okay. She's like, yesterday at 3 o'clock, we had a guy come in and order $1,800 worth of Powerball. $1,800. So the woman was like, what? It's like, because it takes a while to print that off. So he first said, can I get $1,000 worth of quick picks from Powerball? Then she got the manager to help her teach her how to do that many tickets like fast, because 3 o'clock in the afternoon is a very busy time of day. A lot of people coming in. You know, that's like the person who comes in with her, and if that's you, it's fine. Comes in, the girl puts holes. Can you run my card? Here, can you put my own numbers in? It's like, okay, then the line starts to get long. then said, "Can I get another $800 worth?" After they already been about $1,800 worth of tickets. And I can tell you this much: there was no winner overall, and there were no $1 million winners, which is the next prize that you can have in the state of Missouri. So nobody won there. I guess there's some, you could win like 15,000 or 10,000, maybe four numbers in a Powerball, something like that. I don't know the exact rule. But Merry Christmas, $1,800 on a Powerball. I hope somebody pulled all their money together to buy $1,800 worth of Powerball tickets. Like, okay, have some fun with that. From a local standpoint, Nelly gives back a lot. Nelly and Canes combined to give out a bunch of bicycles yesterday. We'll show you what they did and how they're just trying to help people during the holiday season. We brought up yesterday how FanDuel had missed a payment to the Cardinals. And another article came out yesterday about how FanDuel could go out of business here and quickly. They were, of course, the regional sports networks, the RSNs, that took over for Bally's, that do a lot of coverage of hockey and NBA. And, of course, there would be situations to take care of to make sure that you could still watch the Cardinals in the Blues. But that situation is getting bad, and it's getting bad fast. Very, very, very fast. Another big story going on right now is the weather. How does 61 sound today? How does 63 sound for tomorrow, Christmas Eve? How about 67 and sunny for Christmas? Yeah, you got a lot of nice weather that's going on already. Also, another big story besides the weather, and of course, get outside and enjoying it. Washington University is planning a 600-bed dormitory project in Clayton. So students would be freshmen and sophomores. They have apartments for resident assistants. So more campus building, and it's at its South 40 campus, where it's 6,500 full time. So the university, by the way, if you didn't know, has about 16,000 students. They have 169 acres across two campuses in Clayton and the city of St. Louis. Not including the 164-acre medical campus in the Central West End. Now, the South 40 campus, named for its 40 acres, has 10 residential dorms. That's according to the university's website. So they've got buildings, a lot of construction still going on there. And we always try to talk about those things that are happening across the area. By the way, this is Art City Now, for just joining us. I'm Vic Faust, producer Rise here, 6:21 on a Tuesday morning. We take you to 8 o'clock each day. If you want to jump in on the show, you can do so on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Say hi. Let us know what's going on. Any other stories that we should know about, you can tell us. Any interviews. We're just getting started. We got all those things to get into. And appreciate you guys doing what you do each day to help us get the stuff going, the stories out, and so forth. Love to hear about your Christmas Eve plans, what maybe Christmas tradition, and so forth. If you didn't know, we've also got a list that we can tell you. There are stores that are open on Christmas Day, if you didn't know already. If you need to go out and get that last minute item or something there, because most everything is closed. But 7-Eleven's open. You got that. Hold on a second. I just had my list and it went bye on me. So 7-Elevens are open. You've also got, if you need any sort of item, CVS locations, their normal hours, but they're going to be open. We've got a break. All right, we need to take a break. We'll take a quick break. We'll take a little early break, but we'll come back. We'll be back after this. We'll figure things out. And you're listening to Art City Now with Luis Ryan and Vic Faust. Back with more of all these stories that we were just leading into right after.
St. Louis, meet your new daily companion, the Lou Information Station app. Listen live anywhere, anytime with one click. Dive into live or on-demand content. It's the fastest way to stay connected to the conversations that matter in the Lou. Just search Lou Information Station in the App Store or Google Play and download it free today. The Lou Information Station app. Crystal clear St. Louis talk 24/7.
Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tests, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222.
Your LouInfo.com news report. Firefighters continued mopping up hot spots after a 2-alarm fire damaged an apartment complex on Arthur Lane in South St. Louis County. Crews are called around 2 p.m. on Monday and battled heavy smoke, heat, and strong winds. Everyone escaped safely, including a rescued dog. Several families are displaced. The bomb and arson unit is investigating. After a 9-year-old girl was killed in a shooting and house fire in North St. Louis, the mother has also died. 45-year-old Latasha Brown died Monday evening, one day after her daughter, Paige Buckner, died at the hospital. Investigators believe the fire was intentionally set. Anyone with information should contact St. Louis police or Crime Stoppers. 34-year-old Shardai Spates died in a house fire in North St. Louis County in the 6800 block of Parker Road. Police say the fire does not appear suspicious. They are investigating. A water main break at Jennings High School caused major damage. Crews hope to have repairs finished by the time students return on January 5th. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app. Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Strong high pressure over our area. Temperatures will be very warm all the way into the upcoming weekend. 60 and a mix of sun and clouds today. Overnight, a little bit of fog, mid-40s. Cloudy on Wednesday. We're in the upper 60s. Christmas Day, we get a mix of sunshine and clouds. We're going up to about 70. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
Buddy.
What do you say, buddy?
Man, life comes at you fast. 1 minute you're cruising home, the next flashing lights in your rear view.
And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds.
Seconds? Not waiting days for a callback?
Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back.
So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket.
Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment you need them, no matter the situation.
That's peace of mind.
That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this?
Just download the Legal Buddy app at LegalBuddyApp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered.
The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
But you don't get much better than this.
Yep.
When you're building something new, you need a partner you can count on. I'm Big Toe Media founder Dave Green, and with our company, we didn't want just another bank. We wanted people who understood what we were trying to create and who were there for us every step of the way. That's why we chose Home Bank. From business lending to everyday banking, Home Bank has been much more than a bank. They're the kind of people who answer the phone, know your name, and believe in your vision. And the trust goes both ways. Home Bank doesn't just support our growth, they share in it. They take pride in helping local businesses succeed because they know when we win, the whole community wins. Business isn't just about numbers. It's about relationships. And with Home Bank, those relationships make all the difference. Home Bank is the team behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 855-577-2001. Home Bank, member FDIC, more than a bank. They're your business partner.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. We just wanted to make sure that we had some sound issues taken care of, so you hear us as good as you possibly can. All good in the hood here. As always, like, subscribe, share the show. We're here for you today. Thank you so much for joining us, by the way. We're here today and tomorrow. We will not be here Christmas or the day after Christmas. So just know that for your standpoint. And of course, anything else? What do we got here? Looking at some things. Okay. So we're here today and each day, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., all St. Louis all the time. Thanks for being with us. Okay. First block, we ran down all the stories of things that were going on. I guess we could start with the Mizzou Illinois basketball game. You know, bragging rights game, been playing forever. And just not a good night. Not a good night for the Missouri Tigers. They were destroyed 91-48 by Illinois. Congrats to the Fighting Illini. It was bad. Bad. Illinois, you know, they hit a bunch of threes. Let's just put it that way. They hit open threes. They hit threes that were guarded. It didn't matter. They were just locking up points. Keaton Wagner led the way for the Illini with 22 points. And they scored 91. They could have scored more than that if they wanted to. This used to be a really good rivalry game. Last year, I mean, it was 80-77. But Dennis Gates in his fourth year, he's now lost 3 of the 4 games. Brad Underwood from Illinois kind of owns him. Illinois has owned Missouri basketball in recent times here. And it's sad from a Missouri standpoint. I mean, it's like, I know we're a football school, but you just at least hope that the basketball team could be somewhat competitive. And that was, I mean, you're in year 4 of Dennis Gates, and you're getting beat 91-48. Year 4. This isn't first year. It's not second year. It's not third. You're in your 4th year, making over $4 million a year. You've won 1 tournament game. You're not going to the tournament this year. So it'll be 4 years, no tournament, or 4 years, 1 tournament win, and only made the tournament twice. Is that what Missouri basketball is about? No, it's not. The worst part, there was over 18,000 people at the game last night to watch that. Missouri fans left early. It was bad. So after the game, we're going to play Dennis Gates for you now. Dennis Gates, who, you know, by all accounts, you know, pretty nice guy. He looks good in a suit. He's a suit. Smooth talker, good recruiter. But they have not had success. And his tenure at Missouri has not been good. Just hasn't. He went to 2 tournaments and won 1 game. Had an 0 for conference season, and this season's not looking great. after you lost to Notre Dame, for whatever reason, you decided to rip Notre Dame fans and tell them that they need to support their coach more. That's a good deflection technique when you just lost a game you should have won. And by the way, Notre Dame is now a team that looks like they're struggling to make the tournament. So nice deflection and nothing personal against Dennis Gates. I think he is a master manipulator of communication when it comes to deflection. He'll always find something else or include something else. And then after they lost to Kansas, there was a lot of deflection going on. It's like, just accept it, man. You can't coach. The team has no offense. It doesn't mean you can't turn into a coach or get somebody to teach you X's and O's, but the team doesn't run offense. They just don't. Then last night, now it's an injury problem. They need to get healthy. That's what the problem is. Illinois is healthy. We're not. Okay. Whatever the case, whatever floats your boat. Dennis, figure it out, man. Figure it out. Here's what he had to say regarding his team's loss last night.
On the sidelines, even Javon Porter on the sidelines, it gives you a different scouting report than others. So we have guys playing well, but playing out of position due to our injuries. And ultimately, I'm excited about getting healthy. You cannot ask our players to do more than what they've done. I'll take it on my shoulders as the leader, as the head coach. It's on me. This game is on me. I told my players that in the locker room. It's on me. Do not feel bad about it. Respond to it, but don't feel bad about it. At the end of the day, we just got to get healthy and get our full team on the court at the same time. And that's where I think Illinois has taken a jump this season after double-digit games. If you're healthy, your team can get better. But if you have so many moving parts throughout the season in this early phase, you're not going to take the jump yet. And I'm excited about getting our team together and being prepared to take the jump. I always tell my guys that I care about them. I love them. I told them, look, man, I'm going to stand on the railroad tracks and allow whatever to come my way, and I'll shield you. At the end of the day, one game won't define us. One game won't define us. We just have to get healthy. But in the meantime, in the process of getting healthy, we got to have guys fill in the blanks and be utility guys and do something that we may not have planned for you to do. Some may take the opportunity as a way to get on the court. Some may not. But I would say this, we have to stick together as one game. And unfortunately, we came in on the side that I did not want. I wanted this win very badly. And I'm excited about our team getting healthy.
Okay. Well, there you go. All it is a health issue. All right. They're healthy. When they get healthy, so they're going to roll through the SEC and they're going to make the tournament. That's great. I'm glad to hear it. That makes me feel better. But also, at the same point in time, if you're Dennis Gates, nobody's saying you don't love your kids. This is what I mean by deflection. Nobody's saying you're being mean to the kids, that you don't love them, that you're not going to stand up for them. Stop deflecting. Missouri basketball right now is just not good. 91-48 is inexcusable. And you gave up 50 points of that in the second half. It's inexcusable. So just stop saying things like, well, I love my guys. I'm going to stand on the court for them. I'm going to stand on the tracks for them. Okay. Go through me. Yeah, we're going through you, Dennis. You had one of the worst non-conference schedules in America, and you have 10 wins because of it. Barely beat SEMO. You're not the best basketball team in the state. St. Louis U is. That's a fact. Maybe if you get everybody healthy, you'll run through the SEC. That's what you're telling us. You're just glad to have everybody healthy. But the team still doesn't look like they have any sort of direction on offense. They don't. That's a problem. But okay. $4 million a year. I'm like, all right. I don't know. But if they're getting healthy now and that's going to change everything, then that's good. Because their first 5 games of the year, I look at those first 5 games by what I've seen up to this point in time. I'm like, they may lose all 5. There's a shot they could lose their first 5. There's a shot. Their first SEC game is against Florida, who is ranked, defending champs, not the same team they were last year, but good. I just get scared when I see that. But there was good news for Mizzou. Did you see the other video I sent you, Rye, from last night?
Yes, I did.
All right. We'll load that for you. So Missouri got blasted on the court when it came to the basketball game. But we didn't go home empty-handed. Mizzou won something last night. They won the cheerleading game. Do we have it loaded yet? Okay. Every year, if you didn't know, during a timeout, they have a contest to see which one of the cheer pairs can keep their top up, meaning the female who's at the top, the base is a guy, and hold them up the longest. And here's how the competition went down last night. It was a long one. It's actually pretty exciting, and the fan base gets behind it. That's difficult. Showing our radio listeners video of this competition from last night. Oh, Missouri wins. Missouri won the cheer. Yeah, there's one guy there. He's really excited, jumping all around the crazy place. So, Missouri won the cheer contest. Woohoo! Yeah, baby, we're not going home empty-handed tonight. I'm surprised Dennis Gates didn't talk about the cheer team winning. Hey, we got good things going on here. I understand he tries to be all positive, and that's good. But sometimes you can't. You just got to call it for what it is. I covered Tom Izzo and John Beilein for a long time. Two of the best basketball coaches in college basketball history, in my humble opinion. John Beilein came into Michigan, turned him around, took him to a national title immediately, and they had no talent because the man knew how to coach basketball. Tom Izzo been doing it forever. He's not worried about your feelings. He's worried about facts. He's worried about getting truth out there and freaking playing the game the way it should be played. No excuses. I mean, if you want to be a player's coach and all these things that he's saying, fine, win. We're 4 years in now, and Missouri's not winning. And that's a shame. At least we have our football team to fall back on, because Missouri's done very well against Illinois in football. And that'll get started back up here again soon, too. So, yippee. And, of course, we won the cheer game last night. All right. Lots of fun there. By the way, when it came to the scoring last night, leading scorer for your Missouri Tigers was Sebastian Mack. He's been one of the guys that's been hurt. So he came back in. He could help. Let's hope. Get Mack back. If Pierce comes to play, that would be good. And then Porter. And then you get some of those pieces rolling. That would be good. Because right now it's just not working. It's just not working. For the Tigers, they only scored 48 points. For Illinois, their leading scorer was Keaton Wagler. He had 22 points, 7-11 and 3-5. Illinois also did a terrific job at hitting threes last night. They hit 15 threes. They shot 15 of 33 from three-point for 45%. Missouri hit 6 of 22 for just 27%. Before over 18,000 fans. It's like, okay, wonderful. There you go. So Missouri's now 10-3. Their next game will be Florida next weekend. And Illinois also has some time off before they start their Big Ten play. So congrats to the Illini. I mean, here's the other thing, though. Illinois is ranked 20th. It's not like they're a top 5 team. They're ranked 20th. And they beat you 91-48. Producer Isoni's like, damn, what? And it was ugly. It was bad. I watched it even up. I was flipping back and forth between the Blues and then Monday Night Football. And I was like, oh, this is ugly. I mean, that is it's the worst. By the way, it's the worst defeat in the history of bragging rights.
I was at work and editing. Somebody came in and they said, how about those Tigers? I was like, what do you mean? I looked online. I was like, dang.
Well, see, that's why I was trying to give Dennis Gates the benefit of the doubt, but I just, I mean, you're in year 4. And I know, well, we got this great recruiting class coming in next year. Okay, great. Who's going to coach it if you get him here? And you're going to go dominate the country now with some freshmen?
Yeah, I'm going to be really honest. When I saw the Javon Porter pool, I was like, okay, I don't know about that. I don't know.
The kid from California Crow's legit, who they got coming in. But I mean, this is year 4, and you're getting beat 91-48 to a rival. And you just got blasted by another rival in Kansas. Okay, Dennis, if you say it's all injuries, then we expect you to roll through the SEC once you get to, and maybe you will. But you have very, and I mean very little room for error with the schedule that you've had. Yeah, Missouri has 10 wins against nobody. And one of those 10 wins was a barely win against SEMO. Yeah, just ugly, ugly, ugly. All right, Art City now here, 6:45 on this December 23rd. It's a Tuesday. Glad you're with us. If you want to jump in on the show, you can. Phone number is 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. We are your Lou information station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. Appreciate you being here this morning. We say good morning to you, Donna, on the chat line on Facebook. I see that. Yeah, our weather is pretty good. She says, good morning to you, Vic and Ryan. Our weather is pretty good today, and we are grateful for that. And, of course, as always, thanks for watching. Also, what's going last night, I guess, with the Blues? Blues were trying to get back to the 500 mark for the first time since the 7th game of the year, and it was not meant to be. Blues lose, final score 4-1 in Tampa. The Lightning, a pretty good team. They're 20-13-3. The Blues are now 14-16-8. Finding it difficult to get back to that 500 mark when it comes to their record. No, they were not great. Their consistency was not there last night. And the Lightning, I mean, they scored from the first shift of the game. And the Blues never really threatened after that. They only had 17 shots on Bennington. That's it. But it was an easy win. It was an easy 4-1 win for them in regards to how they play. Justin Falk had another goal. He leads the team. I think it's 11 goals for him right now. But you also have the Blues now. So they have the week off. They get back home Saturday and Monday. So if you're looking to get out to Enterprise, yourself, your friends, a family, whatever, you've got a Saturday game and a Monday game. Saturday, they host Nashville, who they have been pretty much dominating now for quite some time. And then Monday, they play the Buffalo Sabres. So, you know, it's an opportunity for the Blues to get back on track and start that little 2-game home win streak. You get 2 wins at home, you're back to 500, 16-8. That would certainly be a nice goal. It would certainly be a good thing for the Blues to get done as they compete. They're probably one of 7 teams now competing for 2 playoff spots. And they're only 3 points out of that playoff spot. But they've got 3 to 4 games in hand on several of those teams that are competing with them. So they're not technically ahead of the game. They're kind of behind the game. But, it's working. By the way, Falk, he scored his 10th goal. So he's got 10 goals already. It's good to see him getting up in the mix doing that, scoring, and helping the Blues from a defensive standpoint. But they also had too many penalties, and Tampa has one of the best penalties in the league. They do. They look good. They work the puck well. If you saw any of the game last night, you saw what we did. And it was that very, very, very good Tampa team on the power play, doing everything that they did. Also from sports last night, NFL action, San Francisco. They beat the Colts 48-27. Purdy looked he had 5 touchdowns. He looked phenomenal. Brock Purdy is really getting the job done. Career high 5 touchdown passes. 49ers won their 5th straight. Even McCaffrey ran for over 100 yards. Kittle had over 100 yards receiving. Phillip Rivers didn't have a bad night. Late in the game, he had pick 6 when it was pretty much out of reach. It was. They were trying to drive down to get a little closer. But even Phillip Rivers, just his second game after literally coming off the couch, was 23-35 with 2 touchdowns and 1 interception for just under 300 yards. But the 49ers get that victory. So you're going to have San Francisco, the LA Rams, and the Seattle Seahawks all in the playoffs. And all 3 look like the best teams in the NFC. All 3 of them. All in the same division. It's phenomenal what they've been able to do. And, of course, the 49ers did not have a letdown last night, even after having their playoff berth secured after the Lions lost their game just a few days ago. By the way, if you were wondering, in the NFC, the only way those playoffs are now set, the Packers would have to lose their final 2 games, and the Lions would have to win their final 2 for something to change. But outside of that, you already know who your playoff teams are going to be now. That's the only chance that the Lions have after they just lost. They win both their games. Packers lose both their games. And the Packers, I don't think are going to lose to the Ravens or the Vikings. Just don't see it happening. 6:51 on this Tuesday morning. Thanks for jumping in with us on the show, Arch City Now. We're Monday through Friday talking all things St. Louis all the time and national sports and headlines making their way around the area. This is, we were talking about this. The Chiefs are now headed to Kansas. Now, it's not happening today or next year or in the next couple of years, but it is on its way. What am I talking about? Well, it was announced, after 3 years of debates and proposals, the Chiefs are now going to move across the state line into Kansas from Missouri. And it's a great situation for the state of Kansas. It's heartbreaking for Missouri, especially fans on that side of the state. But it's also interesting what Kansas's legislator did. They did not take a vote to the people. They just decided to pass star bonds, meaning that the stadium and 70% of this brand new stadium, a $2 billion stadium, is going to be paid with star bonds, which are purchases, tax purchases in that area. You buy a Chiefs jersey in this specific area, the tax on that jersey goes to the stadium. You buy food, alcohol, whatever the case, the tax goes straight to pay off the stadium. $2 billion total, and they're going to be paying 70% of the bill. Yeah, of course, the billionaires are going to go where they're going to make more money. Billionaires getting richer. No doubt about it. So they met. Then the Kansas governor, Laura Kelly, confirmed that the Chiefs entered the agreement with the state. They're going to leave the Truman Sports Complex after 53 years of service. So the bond is going to be paid off with that sales and liquor tax revenues. And it's around the area. It's the determined area. So if you're a Chiefs fan, I'm curious, do you care? Because it's only going to be like 31 miles away from where they are now in Olathe, Kansas, in that area. The area previously has been used to build local attractions like the Kansas Speedway is there. The Tanger at Legends Outlets in Kansas City, Kansas as well is right over in there. So that's the area that they've kind of decided to go to. They're talking about a state-of-the-art domed stadium and mixed-use district alongside a best-in-class training facility as well. So they have their team headquarters, a mixed-use district in that Olathe area. The total for everything, not just this, is $4 billion in the state of Kansas. So if you're a Chiefs fan, do you care? Especially in St. Louis, because many Chiefs fans said that they became Chiefs fans when the NFL took the Rams. So they wanted to support the state team. But they're not the state team anymore. They're a Kansas team. Will that change your feeling? Will that change the way you think or feel in any way? I'm not sure. I haven't talked to my Chief fans, but if you like the Chiefs, I don't know if them moving 31 miles away is going to make you not be a Chiefs fan now. Let's just be real. I mean, that's how I see it. I could be wrong. I don't know. But that's some Chief news from that standpoint. Also, when it comes to the NFL, DK Metcalf, the receiver from the Steelers, and if you hadn't seen the video yet, we had showed you yesterday, punched a fan, walked over to the sideline, had a conversation with a fan who was sitting in stands above him. So the fan is looking down, DJ's looking up, punched up at him, was suspended by the NFL for 2 games. He'll try to appeal. Maybe one of them gets taken back, and he only has a 1-game suspension. The thing that was sad about the situation is I watched videos yesterday from fans who were sitting there. And the fan, while probably a jerk, we're calling him DeKalen, never used any racial slur whatsoever. And you had DK Metcalf playing the race card after the game, using Chad Ochocinco as his mouthpiece. It's just sad. There's enough tensions on race in this country than to start faking things and saying that things happened when they didn't because you lost your temper. All the videos that were brought forward showed nothing was said. And the NFL didn't buy DK's excuse. And they suspended him 2 games without pay. DK, please stop trying to race bait. We have enough issues in this country where people are trying to get along and coexist than for you to be lying because you couldn't control your temper, your emotions, and your urges. So we leave it where it is from that standpoint. Okay. We're already an hour down on the show. We appreciate you guys. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll tell you what Nelly was doing in St. Louis again. That was really cool. Get into the Powerball talk. The weather in St. Louis is absolutely gorgeous. If you want to jump in on that, you can do that as well. The FanDuel situation, who are the Cardinals going to be broadcast by? Is FanDuel going to be around? And if so, for how long? Plus, we could also talk again. Congratulations to the Illini for absolutely dismantling Mizzou basketball last night. This is Arch City Now. We are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. Producer Rice here. I'm Vic Faust. Back with more after this.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown and Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown and Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown and Crouppen now.
STL Sports Central is St. Louis's first all-digital sports network, and it's easy to find on YouTube. Catch the Randy Carricker Show featuring Brooke Grimsley Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Videos and written content from Bernie Mick shows after every St. Louis sports team plays. It's all at your fingertips on YouTube and online at stlsportscentral.com. Check it out.
Joined now by the boss, Dave Green. Dave, we're building something pretty special here, but running a growing media company takes more than great content. Tell us why you chose Home Bank for your business banking.
For us, it's all about relationships. With Home Bank, we're not just an account number. We know the people there, and they know us, our goals, and where we're headed. That personal connection makes all the difference.
Greener, when you say relationships, what does that really look like?
They not only know my name, Cam, they know our business. And when I need something, whether it's a phone call or a text, weekday or weekend, morning or night, I get a response from someone I know and help with whatever I need.
That's huge. And for a business like ours, you need a bank that can move at the pace you're moving.
Exactly. We're in a fast-changing media world, and Home Bank has been a steady partner through it all.
Home Bank is a team behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 855-577-2001.
Home Bank, member FDIC, more than a bank, they're your business partner.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood.
It's stronger than grandmother's breath.
KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis.
With Catherine Clark says Democrats are considering all options to get the full release of Justice Department files relating to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. A new class of nuclear-capable battleships will be known as Trump class.
Mr. Trump told reporters on Monday he is calling them the Golden Fleet and said eventually there'll be 25 of them. Trump said the new ship will have 100 times the force and power of any other battleship ever built, adding there will be nothing else like them. He said they will be the fastest and largest the world has ever seen. The president said that the U.S. has not built a battleship since 1994 and said each one will be the largest in the history of the world. He said they will command respect, but added that the world already respects America. Mitch McCann, New York.
The FDA approved the first GLP-1 pill for weight loss.
It's called the Wegovy pill and is manufactured by Novo Nordisk, the same pharmaceutical company that makes Wegovy and Ozempic injectables. Eli Lilly is expected to get the green light for its GLP-1 pill in the next few months. The FDA OK is expected to broaden an already burgeoning market for these drugs for people who are obese or overweight but have avoided taking GLP-1 weight loss drugs because they involve a syringe. I'm Sarah Lee Kessler.
A 60 Minutes report on the treatment of U.S. deportees to El Salvador was pulled by CBS but accidentally leaked online by way of a Canadian streaming app. A record number of Americans are expected to travel at least 50 miles from home this holiday season. According to AAA's projections, over 122 million are predicted to make their way during the holidays. It's a 2.2% increase from last year, with a majority of travelers likely driving to their destination. However, air travel will also reach new heights, with over 8 million Americans flying domestically. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people. But it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. More than 1 million people are now part of healthcare sharing because it just makes so much sense, especially right now. And NetaShare is the gold standard. Members like it a lot. We know this from member surveys. NetaShare's been around for over 30 years. It is a proven thing. And if you join before December 31st and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee. So you save $100 right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. Again, the deadline is December 31st. So call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. Call 855-SHARE-40. That's 855-SHARE-40. 855-SHARE.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen.
So what's his handle?
GetBC.com.
You're gonna need lawyers, right? Lunchtime just got a whole lot better at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. From mouth-watering wraps to loaded quesadillas to bold, flavor-packed sandwiches, Hot Shots has something fresh every single day, along with your favorite wings, burgers, and pizza that you know and love. And don't sleep on those Hot Shots tacos. Plus, if you gotta be in and out quick for lunch, Hot Shots has you covered every day starting at 11 a.m. Find your nearest Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill now at hotshotsnet.com. That's hotshotsnet.com.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. That's 800-803-1961.
Hey, St. Louis, looking for high-flying action and electric energy? Grab your crew, hit the road, and experience a Grizzlies game night in Memphis. An unmatched atmosphere and star-studded NBA matchups are waiting for you just down the road on I-55. There's nothing like Grizz game energy, and there's nothing like being here with 19,000 new Grizz Nation friends at FedEx Forum. Dive into the action. Follow the Grizzlies on social media and visit grizzlies.com/tickets to grab your seats today. That's grizzlies.com/tickets.
The Lou Information Station presents Arch City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey, welcome back into the show, everybody. It's Arch City Now. It's 7:05. It is December 23rd. So glad you guys are with us today, and we appreciate you guys whenever you guys jump in on the show. Let us know anything and everything, all things St. Louis all the time. We are grateful and appreciate it when you guys talk with us about what's happening. What kind of Christmas traditions, Christmas Eve traditions, things of that nature? Are you traveling? Are you around? You can jump in and talk with us on X, Facebook, and YouTube. You can find us at Arch City Now, of course. And it's going to be a nice week, that's for sure. The weather is absolutely incredible. It's absolutely gorgeous. And of course, get outside, enjoy it, enjoy the family, whatever you may have going on. With that being said, we're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. We'll be here tomorrow, but the schedule for the week, we will not be here on Christmas Day or Friday. After that, we'll be back on Monday at 6 a.m. Lots going on from last night that we covered in the first hour. We'll get into all of it. The Blues, the total beatdown at Enterprise, Illinois just dominating Missouri, where Missouri goes from there. NFL football, the 49ers, don't sleep on them at all. What's going on right now? The Chiefs are now Kansas, not Missouri. Will that change the way the Chiefs fans feel around here? You can jump in and let us know from that standpoint as well. For some of the news headlines as well that we had, Nelly had his black and white ball a couple Sundays ago. Yesterday, he was also out and about, as he has been for quite some time, just helping out in the community. So we'll show you the video now. Nelly and Raising Cane's Chicken teamed up to provide, it's such a really cool story, as you can see the video now. 100 brand new bikes to the kids at the Boys and Girls Club of Greater St. Louis. Literally turned just an old regular Monday into a full-blown Christmas Wonderland. You see what they did. Nelly having fun, riding around the bikes with the kids. I mean, it's a great time. This is what it's about. If you have means, you make the time, and then you go give kids lifetime memories. These kids will never forget that. Of course, Nelly and his wife, the Grammy Award winning Ashanti, were both there, looking great and providing what they could, some holiday cheer during this Christmas time. So really cool. Glad to see Nelly out doing those sorts of things, giving back canes as well. Really good chicken fingers, of course, to do what they could, giving back, helping out in this time. So way to go, Nelly. Love to see you doing that sort of thing in the area. How about this? Okay. I talked to you, my friend, producer I. We live in the state, and I saw this on Fox too. They're always looking for certain things. We live in a state where it's pronounced what? The name of our state is what?
Not Missouri.
That's country. You know what? Like it is
so country.
Our state is Missouri. It's not Missouri. Like Missouri. Where do you get Missouri? Now, there's these people who think they're cool and try to act all country. And I want to put a little, we're Missouri around here. We're down in the Boot Hill. Now, I have a friend who likes to say Missouri, and I've given him some crap for it. We're not Missouri. You look at the word, we're not French. We don't pronounce things differently. It's Missouri. Like if you look at the word broccoli, it's broccoli. It's not broccoli like Missouri. It ends in an I. It's Missouri. However, there was an athletic director at Missouri who really tried to complicate issues. His name was Mike Alden. I love Mike. But Mike, Mike would get on statewide television to go at the University of Missouri. That's because Mike was a mid-Missouri guy. Country bumpkin, Missouri. But then there's another way that people say it, and Kevin Hart was pronouncing it because he is DraftKings spokesman. And of course, we now have betting in the state, legal wagering. So people were wondering on Reddit what the hell he was saying. It's the East Coast way of saying our state. So I went to Mizzou. When I came back, I lived with a guy from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, Dennis Corbett. Love you, Dennis. Dennis is down in Florida right now. He's a Philly fan. He's from Philadelphia. He always used to say, hey, this place is a little different in Missouri. And I'm like, what did you say? He's like, yeah, I live in the state of Missouri. I said, Missouri? And that's how all the East Coast people say it. They say Missouri. In the NCAA tournament, when Mizzou used to go for basketball, but they don't anymore, when the national broadcasters would talk about Missouri, they wouldn't say Missouri a lot of times. They would say Missouri. And then you'd have Dickie V. Oh, Missouri, Quinn Snyder, the former Dookie, Missouri. That's how Kevin Hart was saying it. And Reddit users from the city of St. Louis were like, huh? What did he say? Missouri. Missouri is the East Coast way of saying it. That's all it was. And where's Kevin Hart from? Dun, dun, dun. He's from Philadelphia, the East Coast. So it's not another way of saying it. It's just their accent. Missouri. Yo, Missouri. Yo, I'm Joey. I'm from New York. It's Missouri. We're Missouri. Plain and simple, easy. It's not Missouri or anything else that you hear. There's no really other way to say it, okay? It's Missouri. I'm done. That's already annoying. Anyway, other news from the St. Louis area before we get to some of the other things. The Opera Theater of St. Louis, the OTSL, has closed the purchase of the former Caleres headquarters in Clayton. That's pretty cool. It happened over the weekend. So what they're going to do is they're going to transform the almost 7-acre facility over there in Maryland into a state-of-the-art performing arts center. So they said that the land purchase is the single most significant transaction in their 50-year history. So they're going to have a new permanent home that's going to add artistic vibrancy to the region. It's really cool. Grow with the arts here in the Clayton area. They also said that they look forward to being in dialogue with the opera theater's audiences, their local arts partners, and Clayton stakeholders as well. So congratulations to them on getting some of that stuff done. Also, we brought this up yesterday as a news headline. Then it became a national story yesterday. Tom Brand in the Sports Business Journal reported that the FanDuel Sports Network didn't make a payment to the Cardinals as they were supposed to as part of the broadcasting rights agreement. So then that happened over the weekend. Well, then yesterday they reported that FanDuel is in serious risk right now of dissolving completely unless a previously reported sale to a sports streaming platform called DAZN goes through. And that comes as Main Street, which is the partner, didn't pay their payment to the Cardinals. And it's kind of a big deal because the company's 29 combined franchises between the NBA, NHL, and Major League Baseball are all at risk of missing payments in the next coming months. How does it affect you as a viewer? Well, there will be ways still to watch the Cardinals and the Blues. Major League Baseball may jump in, and that's how you'd be watching through MLB. I don't think there's not been a whole lot of fanfare for FanDuel. Let's just say that, especially in our St. Louis area for how they've done things. Not at all. So if they were to go away, I mean, they're going to find a way somehow, some way. But there's no guarantee that DAZN, D-A-Z-N, is going to complete any purchase of the FanDuel networks as of now. And if they don't, you'll start to see some big-time changes. I mean, you're talking about 9 teams noted would then revert to MLB, and then MLB would figure it out in regards to how they do that. Jim the Cat Hayes, who's with FanDuel, he can explain it very well, and he does on his show, Hot Take Central 2.0, every day from 8 to 10 a.m. with Cam Jansen. But it does make you wonder what the heck is going on. It should be so lucrative because people are watching the Blues. People are watching the Cardinals. Even the product that the Cardinals have given us the last few years, they are watching it. So anyway, it's another one of those news headline stories that we do to start the 7 o'clock hour off. We love the positives, but, you know, there are things that happen in the area. Not 100% sure how to pronounce it, but Forai, F-O-R-A-I, Forai or Foyer Incorporated is hoping for some extra sales ahead of the holiday season. This after a thief stole merchandise that was supposed to be for sale. They had a trailer filled with items at their craft fair. It was stolen outside of her home in Maplewood early Sunday morning. They had about $30 worth of merchandise in there. The owner, or executive director, Jennifer Owens, found out about the theft when she was going to their final holiday vendor market of the year Sunday morning. So if you guys can help out Forai Incorporated, F-O-R-A-I, you can do so. Go by, get some extra sales. They said that they could really use it because they've lost all that money now. And we know that St. Louis is a giving place and tries to help people. They opened a brick and mortar store this past summer. And now they're just trying to make it after having that truck stolen. So they said, despite the theft, community members have shown support for the organization. And they're trying to get as many sales as they possibly can now over there. with their crafts and floral and everything else that's happening. Now, Maplewood police are handling the investigation, but the company, Foray, Forai, is located on South Kirkwood Road in Kirkwood. And they're going to be open from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. this week. If people wanted to help out by going in there, maybe making a purchase there, if they weren't familiar with it already. So they were, just trying to do everything that they could. By the way, they're a craft fair station, and all their merchandise and the organization plan to sell, including handmade jewelry and garments, is what they have. And that's what that company is all about. Also, Washington University is planning on a 600-bed dormitory project in Clayton. So students would live there. Those would be freshmen and sophomore. They would have apartments for residents and assistants. They're talking about 600 students at the South 40 campus on Forsyth and Clayton. That was according to the zoning. By the way, the enrollment, the WashU is about 16,000 students right now, if you didn't know already. So found that to be interesting, at least from that standpoint. Weather in the St. Louis area, boy, oh boy, guys, this is crazy. How about 61 today, 63 tomorrow for Christmas Eve. Looks like we'll get a little sun too. How about Christmas? 67 degrees. And it continues through the weekend. So enjoy the nice weather. Enjoy the things that are going on. You guys get outside. Let us know, by the way, the Christmas traditions that you may have. Is there anything that you guys do on Christmas Eve, Christmas, and so forth? We appreciate you jumping in, letting us know, and being a part of the show as well. Do you guys have any traditions that you guys do, Ryan? You and your mom, by chance? Anything that you've guys done over the years?
No tradition.
There you go. All right. There he is. Producer Rye on command. Speaking of Christmas, and when you guys are out and about, if you need to get something last minute, some of the things that are open, 7-Eleven says they're open 24/7. CVS locations are continuing their same hours. It just always seems to be something you need to get at CVS. Hardee's their locations vary. This was Dunkin' Donuts says that they're open on Christmas Day. I was surprised when I started looking down the list. So Dunkin' is open. Nothing says Christmas, I guess, like Hooters. Are you kidding me? They're open Christmas Eve, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Christmas Day, 4 to close. IHOP's open Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Denny's 24/7. I mean, come on. Red Lobster and the rolls. Yeah, there you go. They're open Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Starbucks, many of the locations are going to be open on Christmas, but the hours can vary by location. So you got that going on as well. So pretty much everything else is closed. So there you go. You'll find that. By the way, Walmart, they're going to be open Christmas Eve, but most locations close at 6 p.m. And then, of course, they're not open on Christmas. No Target stores are open either on, they're open until about 8 p.m. on Christmas Eve, and then not open on Christmas Day as well. So you start to get a feel of some of the things that are open in the area, what you can find, and so forth. And, make the most of it. Try to get your stuff done in advance. Find what you can. The Powerball was last night, fifth biggest, or I think it was fifth largest jackpot of all time. About 1.6 billion. Nobody won last night. There were 9 winners of the $1 million prize, none in the state of Missouri. And I was going in to get my coffee this morning. You ever bought a coffee or a drink and then you set it down and you hit it or it falls and then your drink goes bye-bye? Or is that just me? And I didn't even hit this one up. I grabbed my coffee, put it on the truck, walked around the other side, opened the door, and then it just tipped over. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So, yeah, I'm not in a good spot this morning. I didn't have my caffeine.
You know what's worse?
and I didn't sleep well. So I'm drinking a freaking Monster. What were you gonna say?
You know what's worse? When you do something like that and it's a hot drink like coffee, it falls on you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we won't go there.
That's the worst part.
Okay. I got it. I'm following you, my friend. So I'm in there getting my coffee. How much do you spend on Powerball and lottery? I know it depends on everybody else. Like we had the Circa vice president of their betting network on our show about a month ago, talking about responsible wagering, and what you would spend on entertainment is probably what you should be wagering. Well, somebody walked in to a gas station yesterday, at the one I go to, and ordered $1,800 worth of Powerball tickets. I was talking with the store manager today, and she's like, it's at 3:00 in the afternoon. There's long lines, and the machine just spitting out 1,800 Powerball tickets. Is there some sort of science that goes with that? Are you really dictating better odds by buying $1,800 worth as opposed to $2? Are your odds really that much better? Who drops $1,800 on Powerball tickets? And have we ever heard of a winner that spent like $2,000 on tickets because they're going to corner the Powerball market? They're going to corner the odds? I don't know if I have. But damn, $1,800 worth. It was at the Edison Express in Chesterfield. Ironically, which sold a $1 million Powerball winning ticket in the last 4 months. So maybe there was something to it, but $1,800 to the lottery did not. I'm not. Well, we know there was no $1 million prize won, and we know nobody won the major jackpot. Maybe there was a $10,000 or something. I don't know what the totals are. If you get 4 numbers in a Powerball, maybe it's like 10,000 or something. I don't know. Maybe something like that. But anyway, no Powerball winners. The jackpot expected to be about $1.7 billion tomorrow night on Christmas Eve. Go get your tickets if you want. I mean, if you want to spend $1,800 on tickets, those are cool gifts though too for Christmas. There's nothing like getting a scratcher, right? You ever get you a scratcher? Has anybody have you ever bought
anything like that?
Really? Okay.
No.
All right, just so I get you on air. If I bring a scratcher in for you tomorrow for Christmas Eve and you scratch and win, and it's a big one, would you split it?
With you, what?
Okay, there you go.
I'm not one of those people. I've always
money changes everybody.
Nah, like I feel like
money is the root of all evil, and it changes everybody.
I literally can feel like money with me, especially since you gave me the ticket too. I'd be like, oh my gosh, he would have won. He would have been happy too.
No, I'd be happy for you.
But no, I would. Yeah, I'd give you like.
Dude, I got a good heart. I do. I'd love to see you win.
If it was like 50,000, I'd give you like
20. Okay, there you go. You're on record.
Maybe 25.
Well, we got to pay taxes first.
That's like if there was no tax.
Yeah, we got to pay. We got to pay the taxes. Brother, that's all right, my friend. It is fun. I mean, who doesn't like getting a lottery ticket or a scratcher? I mean, for like Christmas and those gifts. Obviously, stocking stuffers and things of that nature, but those are good. Those are good gifts to get, and they're good gifts to get as well. This is Art City now. Glad you guys are with us. We're here Monday through Friday. By the way, our schedule for the week, we'll be here tomorrow for Christmas Eve, but we won't be here Christmas or Friday. Be back Monday at 6 a.m. All things St. Louis all the time. Of course, you can always catch us on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Appreciate you guys being with us. If you guys ever have guests that you want to hear from, let us know. We're starting to pick up our guest load, and we appreciate that. Trying to share the stories of St. Louis. It's all things, everything that's going on, entertainment, sports, news, whatever the case may be. we're grateful that you jump in with us. And of course, Merry Christmas as always. And just appreciating the people of St. Louis and helping us with this show do what we're trying to do right now and be as good as we possibly can. By the way, if you wanted to jump in on the show today, you can. The phone number is 855-282-8255 or X, Facebook, and YouTube. You can jump in there, talk with us, give a shout out for whomever, whatever, Merry Christmas to whatever, and of course, all the charities at the same point in time. We are your Lou information station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. Producer Rice here. I'm Vic Faust. When we come back, we're going to hear from Dennis Gates talking about Missouri's loss last night. And I don't always, it's just talking about how he's going to stand on the tracks in front of his players. He's going to help us. I'm like, nobody's questioning that. The only thing people are questioning is if Missouri has an offense. He says it's all a health issue. It's not their skill. It's health. We'll get into that. We'll get into the Blues. They lost again, but they got some time off. Monday Night Football last night, and the Chiefs are officially a Kansas team. Well, not until 2031, but will you still love them as much if you're Chief fans? All that and more coming up next here on Arch City Now.
The Lou Information Station, a whole new way to enjoy content created just for those of us in the St. Louis area. It's a whole new way to advertise and promote your business. Reach out and find out just how different we are. If you're tired of one-sided advertising offerings or your traditional media rep trying to shove digital marketing down your throat, visit louinfo.com and click on advertising. Or email partnerships at louinfo.com for more information.
Jim, this is going to be the year. I've got to turn my backyard into a full-blown paradise. I'm talking a pool, outdoor kitchen, fire pit, the whole deal.
Cam, does this have anything to do with that year-end bonus you think you're getting?
Absolutely. I'm already spending it in my head. But unlike Clark Griswold, I won't end up in the Jelly of the Month Club because I called Merrimack Pools and Outdoors.
Smart move. They don't do surprises unless you count actually finishing projects on time.
Exactly. Merrimack Pools and Outdoors will sit down with you now before the end of the year. Plan out everything. Straightforward pricing. Amazing design. Get started and you could be splashing around in your own brand new pool by Memorial Day.
So plan now, relax later.
Go to SplashSTL.com and schedule your consultation.
Merrimack Pools and Outdoors, helping St. Louis families turn Griswold-sized dreams into backyard realities for more than 25 years. SplashSTL.com.
And if that bonus doesn't come through, Jimmy, Cousin Eddie's RV is going to end up parked right in the boss's driveway.
LouInfo.com news headlines brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
Your LouInfo.com news report. Firefighters continued mopping up hot spots after a 2-alarm fire damaged an apartment complex on Arthur Lane in South St. Louis County. Crews are called around 2 p.m. on Monday and battled heavy smoke, heat, and strong winds. Everyone escaped safely, including a rescued dog. Several families are displaced. The bomb and arson unit is investigating. After a 9-year-old girl was killed in a shooting and house fire in North St. Louis, the mother has also died. 45-year-old Latasha Brown died Monday evening, one day after her daughter, Paige Buckner, died at the hospital. Investigators believe the fire was intentionally set. Anyone with information should contact St. Louis police or Crime Stoppers. 34-year-old Shardai Spates died in a house fire in North St. Louis County in the 6800 block of Parker Road. Police say the fire does not appear suspicious. They are investigating. A water main break at Jennings High School caused major damage. Crews hope to have repairs finished by the time students return on January 5th. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather, presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports, anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Strong high pressure over our area. Temperatures will be very warm all the way into the upcoming weekend. 60 and a mix of sun and clouds today. Overnight, a little bit of fog, mid-40s. Cloudy on Wednesday. We're in the upper 60s. Christmas Day, we get a mix of sunshine and clouds. We're going up to about 70. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
St. Louis sports fans, now you can go deeper with STL Sports Central Insiders. Get exclusive access to Bernie Miklasz, Randy Carricker, Mike Claiborne, Jamal Mayers, and more. Plus, your chance to watch a Blues game in the alumni box with Jamal himself. Also, monthly giveaways, Bernie's columns all week, and you'll be supporting local sports media. Join now at stlsportscentral.com.
Listen up, fellow timeshare owners. If you're a timeshare owner and you want out at all costs, you're done, frustrated, tired of wasting money, you don't use the darn thing. Get out now. Hire the best Bulldog timeshare cancellation team in the business. Their in-house legal team, headed by a timeshare cancellation lawyer, can help you fight the biggest and baddest companies out there that sell timeshare. At some point, you were using your timeshare, but now you're not, and you're tired of wasting money. Before you go to the poorhouse, call right now and learn how you can stop the maintenance fees and put more money back in your pocket. Their services cost you a lot less than you think, and you'll save a lot of money over time. Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline now. It's a free consultation.
800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. 800-824. That's 800-824-5131.
St. Louis sports fans, now you can go deeper with STL Sports Central Insiders. Get exclusive access to Bernie Miklasz, Randy Carricker, Mike Claiborne, Jamal Mayers, and more. Plus, your chance to watch a Blues game in the alumni box with Jamal himself. Also, monthly giveaways, Bernie's columns all week, and you'll be supporting local sports media. Join now at stlsportscentral.com.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Welcome back into the show, everybody. 7:34 on this Tuesday. It is December 23rd. Vic Faust here, producer Rye as well. A beautiful day. How about the weather? 61 degrees today, 63 tomorrow, 67 for Christmas, maybe even a little warmer. A little bit of sunshine. Gosh, can't beat that. One of the warmer Christmas weeks that we've ever had in the St. Louis area. And by the way, Merry Christmas. Enjoy. Enjoy whatever you're doing, whether you're alone, whether you're with people, whatever's going on, try to enjoy. We're glad that you join us Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. We will be here tomorrow, but we will not be here on Christmas, and we will not be here on Friday. We'll be back Monday at 6 a.m. Mizzou basketball in a state of disarray. Last night, the annual bragging rights game didn't feel, it always marked like Christmas, holiday season. There was excitement. There was intensity. Both teams were really good. Illinois is holding up their end of the deal. Missouri actually won last year, but they've now lost 3 of the last 4. Dennis Gates has lost 3 of the last 4, the head coach for Missouri. And last night was such a drubbing by Illinois over Missouri, 91-48 the final. Game was over in the first half. Let me repeat that. 91-48 was the final score. The worst defeat in the history of the bragging rights series. Illinois was so good. Missouri was so bad that the fans left. You had over 18,000 people there, and Missouri fans cleared out. They cleared out a house. They didn't have a good offense. Illinois was dropping threes. They shot 45% from 3. Missouri 27. They just didn't look that good. They even had Mack back in the lineup. Missouri did. He had 17 points. He was a bright spot for the Tigers. But Sebastian Mack, that is. But even with Mack playing, I don't know. I just don't see an offense. I get concerned. Missouri's 10-3, but they played one of the worst schedules in America. And they're getting ready to go into the SEC. And while the SEC isn't as good as it was last year, I mean, I'm worried about them starting out 0-5. It's not a tournament team. Maybe it will be, because Dennis Gates, sometimes he frustrates me sometimes. Really nice guy, looks good in a suit, smooth talker, allegedly is a good recruiter, but this year's freshman class, I haven't seen any of them come out and do things. Allegedly has one of the best classes in America next year. It doesn't matter if you can't coach and can't get them here. It's just frustrating. This is your 4th season, and you got a team getting beat 91-48. There are no excuses. I just got frustrated after they lost at Notre Dame, and we were thinking Notre Dame was going to be a tournament team. Notre Dame may not even make the tournament. They have a bad loss again. And he decided to talk about the Notre Dame fans that night. Well, they need to respect their coach and show up more. I'm like, what? What does Notre Dame have to do with you and your team that just lost? Then some deflection after the Kansas game. And then last night, here's Dennis Gates. He says it's health. He says it's because we're not healthy is why we got to get things back. Okay, I hope that's the case. Trust you. But then he starts to talk in this next soundbite about, well, I'm going to stand on the track in front of the team. I'll take what's coming. You guys don't be upset. What? Really? Oh, okay. I mean, you just got beat 91-48, but don't be upset. I don't know. I don't understand it. I just hope that Missouri basketball can become relevant again. Here's Coach Dennis Gates talking after the game.
You know, I can't wait to get healthy as a team. I think when you have Trent Pierce on the sidelines, Jaden Stone on the sidelines, even Javon Porter on the sidelines, it gives you a different scouting report than others. So we have guys playing well, but playing out of position due to our injuries. And ultimately, I'm excited about getting healthy. You cannot ask our players to do more than what they've done. I'll take it on my shoulders as the leader, as the head coach. It's on me. This game is on me. I told my players that in the locker room. It's on me. Do not feel bad about it. Respond to it, but don't feel bad about it. At the end of the day, we just got to get healthy and get our full team on the court at the same time. And that's where I think Illinois has taken a jump this season after double-digit games. If you're healthy, your team can get better. But if you have so many moving parts throughout the season in this early phase, you're not going to take the jump yet. And I'm excited about getting our team together and being prepared to take the jump. I always tell my guys that I care about them. I love them. I told them, look, man, I'm going to stand on the railroad tracks and allow whatever to come my way, and I'll shield you. At the end of the day, one game won't define us. One game won't define us. We just have to get healthy. But in the meantime, in the process of getting healthy, we got to have guys fill in the blanks and be utility guys and do something that we may not have planned for you to do. Some may take the opportunity as a way to get on the court. Some may not. But I would say this, we have to stick together as one game. And unfortunately, we came in on the side that I did not want. I wanted this win very badly. And I'm excited about our team getting healthy.
Okay. They're excited about the team getting healthy. Healthy. It's just all of a sudden we start hearing him talking about health. He didn't say that going into the game, but he's saying it now after the game, after they got drubbed 91-48. Maybe he has a point, but nobody cares whether you're healthy or not. Everybody deals with injuries. You just got beat 91-48 by the 20th ranked team in America, a team that's barely ranked. And that's fine to talk about health. But you don't want your guys being upset that they just got beat 91-48. I don't know. I maybe that's what's called being a player's coach. Oh, don't worry about it. Shake it off. People forget about a 91. I couldn't look myself in a mirror if I was starting to play my game and we just got beat 91-48 and not be upset. What? And nobody said that you don't love your team. This is part of the deflection that I don't get. Nobody said they don't love you or that you don't love your kids. It's like, what? That's part of the deflection. It's like creating a narrative that doesn't exist to lessen the blow or to have less spoke about the actual product on the court. I don't know. As a Missouri fan alum, I met Dennis. He's a nice guy. Like I said, he looks good in a suit. He's very suave, very slick, smooth talker. They're not good. They're 4 years in. And unless they have an incredible SEC run, they're not going to the tournament. And that would be 4 years of basketball, 2 tournament appearances, 1 win. If that's what's good enough for Laird Veach at Missouri as the AD, then so be it. But Missouri basketball fans. Oh, the place cleared out last night. Just kind of, I don't know. It just seems like it would be unacceptable. I don't know. It just, you think that even with some of the guys that were out, it would be a better performance or a better showing. Just don't create a false narrative. That's all. Hey, but it wasn't all bad last night, Rye, was it? No. Missouri did win something. And here it is. Missouri won the cheer competition. That's right. It's the annual cheer competition where you have a guy cheerleader on the ground holding up a female, and who can last the longest. And that's tough. Balancing, keeping the top in the air for that long. And as you'll see, Missouri actually, do we have the video, or do we have some of those internet issues? I threw to it, forgetting about some of the internet issues we were having. Do we have it or not?
Yeah, I have it pulled up.
All right, let's go ahead. We'll pull it. We'll play it. Missouri. For our listeners on radio, you don't get to see it, but on X, Facebook, and YouTube, you can see it right now as we play it. You literally have them playing right now. And Missouri outlast the Illinois cheer team to win something. And congrats to Missouri for giving the fans something to cheer about last night. This was the only thing that they had a chance to cheer about tonight. It came down to one Illinois, one Mizzou, and Mizzou holds on for the victory. And of course, the Missouri cheer go crazy after the victory. And it almost looked like they were going to give in, but they held on. And that was the night for the Missouri fan base. Yippee-ki-yay, we won something last night. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to Mizzou. Okay. Mizzou, by the way, has the week off. They next get back to action at Florida. Doesn't get any easier for the Tigers. Hopefully they get their whole team healthy and come out with a different sort of flair when they play Florida. So Missouri, by the way, is 10-3, and Illinois is 9-3. Also last night, Blues played, had a chance to get back to that 500 mark for the first time since the 7th game of the year, and sure enough, they can't do it. They couldn't do it. Lightning had their way with them, 4-1. Kind of uneventful, easy game for Tampa. They only had 17 shots on goal, scored 4 goals. Their power play, one of the best in the league. They were just terrific. So the Blues lose 4-1. They beat Florida Saturday night. Looked great. Last night, not so much. So they go 1-1 on their 2-game roadie down to Florida. Come back home. They have the week off. They'll get back to action Saturday when they host Nashville. And then Monday, they'll host Buffalo. And Blues right now are sitting at 14, 16, and 8. And they're sitting there with like 7 or 8 teams fighting for 2 playoff spots as they come to the halfway point of the season. So you're like, okay, all right. After Monday, they've played 40 games. So you're kind of right there at the halfway point. And you find out who this team is. Kind of a 500 team, a little bit below 500 team. There's a lot of parity in the NHL. So, they'll be right on the cusp. It appears at least on the cusp of getting into the playoffs at this point in time. Kind of that lukewarm team, that lukewarm feeling that you get with the Blues. So enjoy the time off. They'll be back in town. Next game, Saturday night at Enterprise. We'll see how it all shapes out. Chiefs fans, it's official. And I don't blame the owners. Billionaires want to make money. And why not? The state of Kansas is bending over backwards for the Chiefs. And that's why they have signed a deal to move out of the state of Missouri and into the state of Kansas. They're moving about 31 miles away, 31 miles west from where they were at the Truman Sports Complex over to Olathe, Kansas, over in the area where the Kansas Speedway is. And very interesting what Kansas's legislature did. They didn't take any vote to the people of the state of Kansas. They just decided to do it themselves. They passed what are called star bonds. And 70% of a $2 billion stadium and $4 billion project are going to be paid. It says $4 billion. Kansas to get the Chiefs. And what happens is if you buy anything that you spend, alcohol tax, sales tax in that area, in a designated area, the tax goes towards paying off the stadium. That's how they got them out of the state of Missouri. Don't know if you care, don't know about the economic impact from that standpoint, but does it look great for Missouri? No, it looks great for Kansas, but we'll see how it goes. But 70%, of course, the Hunts are going to take it. The money is absolutely insane, especially when you get a, quote, star bond to pay for that much. So 2031 is when they'll play their first games in Olathe at their new stadium. By the way, some of the renderings of the stadium are freaking phenomenal. Of course, they all look that great for all these stadiums, college, NFL, whatever. It's going to be a state-of-the-art dome stadium and also a mixed-use district in Wyandotte County. They say it'll be the best training facility in America, best headquarters in Olathe, and the entire development is going to be about $4 billion. Just freaking insane. The amount of money that's going over there. So, wow, all the way around. And it is interesting because the Chiefs played at Arrowhead since 1972. And it's also interesting because Missouri did approve a plan over the summer that would have used some of those public funds to pay for up to half the cost of the stadium. And it would have been for both the Chiefs and the Royals. But under the Kansas proposal, 60% of the project will be publicly funded. So, yeah, they're making a whole lot of money. Congrats to them if they can get it. Do Chiefs fans care? Do you care? Because many people said that they became Chiefs fans because when the NFL took the Rams away, it was the state team. We're going to promote the state team. Now they're not a state team anymore. But is your love so deep for the Chiefs? Do you stay a Chiefs fan? I bet it does. And I get it. It's fine. It's all good. But, you know, some of the people in the St. Louis, or excuse me, in the Kansas City area on the Missouri side are upset that this went down. Talking about a shock. But you know what? If you want something bad enough, you'll go do what you need to do to get it. And that's what the Kansas state legislature did with their lawmakers to get the Chiefs over there on their side. So it is what it is. It's happened, and that's where they are. Quote, Chiefs fans deserve loyalty and transparency, said Missouri Rep. Mark Sharp. Instead, a combination of local dysfunction, state-level inaction, and organizational indifference brought us to this moment. Our community is being left to pay the price. As easy as it would be to now play the blame game here in Missouri, I think it's best we regroup and get together as a city, state, and county leaders and see what we can do about maybe keeping the Royals in Missouri as well, instead of seeing the Royals go over to Kansas as well. That's the side part of this as well. What happens when it comes to the Chiefs? I'm just curious. Do Chief fans care? Because they're now a Kansas team. Moved about 31 miles west to the Olathe area. I mean, it's a cool area over there. It is. You've already got the Kansas Speedway over there. They came up with a creative way to pay for it, whether it makes sense to taxpayers or not. Your legislature pushed it through. If you don't like it, you can vote them out. But they all did. They all got on it. So more power to them from that standpoint. You also had Monday Night Football last night. Brock Purdy and the 49ers, none of those teams look really good. There are some 49ers fans in the area. Shout out to the 49ers. They're right there in the thick of things for the division and number one seed in the conference. Plus, shout out to the big, old, chunky Phillip Rivers. He's too old. We can't even call him Onk. He came right off the couch. The guy is throwing some dimes. He played well. He had a pick six late in the game trying to force something, but he played well. He looks as good, if not better, than many of the NFL quarterbacks I've seen. into his mid-40s. Hadn't played in the NFL in 5 years. Yeah, I'll get off the couch. I'll come out there. He makes it for people like Cam and older people who say, you know what? I could still go do a shift. Of course I could go play a shift. I could play it down. All the oldies, the past, the has-beens. But wow, what he has done has been freaking phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. We showed it a little bit earlier. Shout out to Nelly. He and his wife Ashanti were giving back yesterday. Really, really nice of them. They were over at the Boys and Girls Club of Greater St. Louis, handing out 100 brand new bicycles to the kids over there, providing some hope and relief, some joy during the Christmas time. Nelly partnered with Raising Cane's, the Chicken Fingers facility, to buy 100 bikes. I mean, that's what it's about, giving back wherever you can, how much ever you can. There's so many people and groups throughout the St. Louis area doing it this holiday season. They were just the latest. And anytime that you can help, whether it's broadcast to the public or not, whether it's quiet or not, people don't forget that, especially throughout the St. Louis area where it is so giving. And of course, when we know about these stories, when we know about those things, we'll promote it. We'll put it out there for people to see, for people to understand, and get excited about some of those things that are happening throughout the area. Of course, we love to promote it and love to stay as positive as we can with those things that are happening. By the way, it was kind of a national story. Oh, yeah, we got the bikes up there. Now we're showing them. Nelly was just making money and raising money. We too. So he looks good. He's aging backwards to me. He looks young to me. I can't tell with Ashanti. She has her big old sunglasses on. But nice sunglasses, that's for sure. Appreciate you guys being with us here as always. Hey, if you haven't got your Powerball tickets and you're into it, nobody won the Powerball last night. 9 people won $1 million across the country in it. And I was telling a story earlier. Don't sure if you guys were with us or not. What's the most you've ever spent on Powerball tickets or Mega Millions or whatever it is? Lotto. Walked in to get my coffee this morning at the Edison on the Run on my way here. And the store manager goes, oh my gosh, I can't believe how much this guy spent yesterday. He spent $1,800 on Powerball tickets. I'm like, what? $1,800? Yeah, it must be nice to have disposable income. We're going to go spend $1,800 on a lotto. But that's what happened. Nobody won the million in the state of Missouri. Nobody won the overall billion. So maybe he won some other opportunities. I was just curious how much $1,800 of Powerball tickets might net you in some money to see about that being the gift that keeps on giving with some cash back. Maybe I'll run into him someday and find out and be able to report that. But tomorrow night, Powerball is supposed to be about $1.7 billion on Christmas Eve. And you know what's interesting? The lady said, yeah, I knew that it wouldn't win. They needed people to go get gifts and they wanted it to last. I'm like, what? You think they're in control of the lottery? And they know if somebody has a ticket winning or not? And she looked at me and she goes, I don't know. I've been covering it a long time. So I was like, oh, is the lotto? Do they really make it go longer? Anyway, conspiracy theory. Guess it's Conspiracy Theory Tuesday on December 23rd. Hey, guys, Merry Christmas. We're glad you're with us today. Hot Take Central 2.0 is coming up next with Cam Jansen, the former Blue, Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. We will be back again tomorrow from 6 to 8 a.m. with all of the St. Louis scene, the stories and things from that standpoint. We appreciate you guys being with us. Thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing our show, letting people know what we do here in the mornings, get you up and at it, out the door, whatever your day may consist of. And, of course, we're grateful for all of those things that go on. So with those stories and those things that happen, continue to jump in. Let us know what's happening and what if there's interviews, things from that standpoint that we can push forward as well. We will do that. And by the way, I wasn't trying to be mean to Missouri. I love Missouri. I love Missouri basketball, but that was embarrassing last night. That's why we were playing the sound. That's why we were saying what we were saying. So hopefully they get back on track from that standpoint. Okay. That does it for us today, guys. For producer Ryan, Vic Faust, stay positive. Have an awesome day. Enjoy the weather. Merry Christmas. We'll be back tomorrow bright and early at 6 a.m. We are your Lou Information Station. We are always live and on demand at louinfo.com.